Hi everyone, so what we're going to be learning about tonight is surface area. The surface area of a figure is just the total area of all the faces or sides of a three-dimensional figure. So what I mean by a three-dimensional figure is like a rectangular prism, which we learned about a little bit with volume. So I'll draw an example here. This would be a three-dimensional figure, and we want to find the area of each of the sides or faces of this figure. So that would be one of them. This would be another. This would be another, and then there would be three more, one over here, one on this side, and then one below. So a few examples of surface area. The first example I'm going to give you is painting a house. So if you have a house and you're covering the whole thing in paint, you're covering the entire surface of the house, so you need to know the surface area. Another example would be, which is something we're actually going to be doing in class tomorrow, is wrapping a present. So if we're wrapping a present, we have to cover all the sides of the present, so we need to know the surface, we might need to know the surface area of it, so we don't waste a bunch of paper. The last example I have is if you're icing a cake. So the icing of a cake, it goes all over the cake, covers all of the surfaces of it. So those are just three examples. So to find the surface area of a figure, what we're going to do is we are going to find the area, which we know how to do, we learned that last week, of each side, and then we're going to add all of them together. Okay, so let's see an example of surface area. Find the surface area of the rectangular prism below. We need to first find the area of each of its sides. Well, how many sides are there? I am going to begin counting them. I've got a side here, 1, 2, 3. I've got a bottom here that we can't see, number 4. There's a back side here that we really can't see, 5. And there's another side that we can't see. I'm going to draw some dotted lines in here to make it easier to see that there are sides back there because it is a rectangular prism. It's like a box. So we have 6 sides. So let's begin with side number 1 and let's find its area. Area is equal to length times width. Side number 1, we have 2 here, and because there's 4 here, this length right here, this is 4. So we have 2 feet by 4 feet gives us 8 feet squared. Alright, so on to the next one. Let's look at side 2. Again, area is equal to length times our width. The length of this one, we have 2, and its width, we see we have the same thing. We have the 4. It's equal to 3 times 4 is equal to 12 feet squared. The 3 times 4. Alright, let's look at number 3, our top here. So our top, the dimensions are a little bit harder to see, but this one is 2 feet, and that's because this one down here is 2 feet. Those measures are the exact same. Because remember, these sides are rectangles, and in a rectangle, opposite sides are congruent. So if this side, if this right here is 3, that means that this is 3 feet. So area is equal to length times width. Area equals 2 times 3, 6 feet squared. Alright, so we've got sides 1, 2, and 3. What about the rest of them? So I'm running out of space, so I'm actually going to start making these share boxes. Side number 3, we're going on to side number 4. Notice I put 3/4 there. In a second, you're going to see why. Area equals length times width again. So for side 4, that's our bottom. So our bottom, notice we have 2 feet here and we have 3 feet there. So its area is equal to 2 feet long by 3 feet wide. Area equals 6 feet squared. Huh, that's interesting. Notice these two are the same. Well, let's see if that happens again. So side number 2. Side number 2, we're going to move on to side 5. So let's see, we're going to make that share box with side 5. This guy back here. So side 5, area is equal to, again, length times width. Area equals, we've got 3 feet here, and we've got 4 feet here. So 3 times 4, area is equal to 12 feet squared. Huh. Would you look at that? They're the same. We've only got one more left. Let's see. 1 and 6. 1's here, 6 is here. So for side 6, area again equals length times width. You should be writing these in your boxes below. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I made them share boxes, but I want you to list them in all the spaces provided. So area equals, oops, not length times width again. I already did that part. We've got 2 feet here, 4 feet here. So 2 times 4 equals 8 feet squared. And again, they are the same. So notice I found the area of all 6 sides, but each of them had a side that they were corresponding to, that they're the same. So we actually only really needed to find the area of 3 of the sides in order to find the total surface area. So to find the total surface area, I've got that one last step I need to do. I have to add up all the areas of each of the sides that I just found. So we have 8 plus 8 plus 12 and 12. We've got 6 and 6. And we add all these up, and what we get, we should get 52 feet squared. And that is the total surface area of this prism. So if you have any questions, make sure you write them down for next week. And oh, before I forget, the bonus question for this next class is that Miss Branch's favorite color is yellow.